iPhone 11 Pro, Max Pro, whatever you want to call them. After 72 hours, how do I feel? Is it awesome, or do I hate it, or somewhere in between? Let's discuss. Hey there, friends on YouTube. My name is Jason. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. If this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by. Come back again, please, and do the things you need to do in order so that you can do that. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back again. And maybe you want to look at that join button down below and find out all the special perks that you can get if you hit that button and select one of the levels of perks. Anyway, let's talk about this iPhone 11 Pro Max. I have gotten the name of this thing wrong while recording this video. I don't know how many times. So from here on out, if I'm gonna try to refer to it as the iPhone 11 Pro Max, because that's the name. But I think the most common thing that I've called it is the iPhone XS Pro 11 Max or Max Pro or whatever. iPhone 11 Pro Max, iPhone 11 Pro. Got them both here. They're both doing their thing. And I can't show you the Pro right now because there's a special surprise at the end of the video. So anyway, I like a lot about this phone. Every year I tell myself, like, oh, Apple is this is the year that it's just not going to be enough. This is the year where it's just going to be like, I can skip it. And if you have an iPhone XS or a 10 or a XS Max, there's no reason to purchase this phone, although the improvements on this phone are really impressive over those more recent phones. But if you have one of those phones, wait till next year, because next year they're supposed to revamp the whole thing. But of course, we always hear about next year. And if you're somebody who wants to get a new phone because you want to get a new phone, then go out and get this. Go out and get this. Get whatever you want. I got 5 or 6 phones around me here. So anyway, build quality. Build quality is one of the top things for me in the 72 hours that I've had this phone. As always, iPhones are solidly put together. We had the problem with the iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus. But since then, over the years, year after year, the iPhone the build quality has gotten better and better and better. They're using stainless steel around the edges here, and that is more than what a lot of smartphone manufacturers use. Most smartphone manufacturers will use aluminum for its casing because aluminum is easier to work with. Apple uses this stainless steel. It's all recycled stainless steel. They've been very environmentally conscious over the past several years, and kudos to them. Kudos to them, because that is important. But that's not really what impresses me about the build. What impresses me about the build is something even more mundane than the materials. This back, this frosted matte black on the back of the phone is what I love them. I mean, this is silly, but every time I pick up the phone, I'm like, ooh, that's nice. It's a ridiculous thing to say, but the feel of it is great. It doesn't pick up fingerprints. Now, okay, we'll do a little test. See, this is the back. You just saw me touching this. This is the back of the XS 11 Pro Max, and this is the XS. Now, look at the back of this. Look at the back of this XS. It is fingerprinty, and if you're somebody who's bothered by that, then this is definitely a step up. I wouldn't say that I'm neurotic about that kind of stuff, but I do not like fingerprinty phones. It bothers me a little bit, okay? I'm sure it bothers some of you, so just, don't judge me. But this build, this back is so nice. Oh, it's like velvet back here. I don't know what exactly to say about it. And I'm going to be honest. I don't hate the camera dealy. Don't hate it. I should hate it. I did hate it. But now that it's here, then I don't hate it. I think the way that it's like the clear glass and the camera lenses just sort of built in there with their own little housings. It looks serious. It looks elegant. I mean, this looks like a phone that's going to take some pictures, okay? Now, I'm not talking about any other phone out there. Whatever phone you might be screaming about on the other side of this video, I'm not talking about those phones right now. I'm talking about this phone and this camera. And as much as I want to hate it, I don't. Apple has brainwashed me somehow into doing this. Apple's good at the brainwashing. I'm fully aware. I've been brainwashed by Apple for, 20, almost 30 years. Okay? So, yeah, fine. So what else? And next, what else? What else do I like about this phone? Well, I'm going to tell you. The battery life on this phone is absolutely insane. I'm going to hold this up so you can see it. You see there, 20% battery left. 20% battery left. And you might think, oh boy, you better put that on the charger or something. But no. Here's the crazy thing. I got this phone out of the box, started using it. This was Friday mid-afternoon. I have not plugged it into a charger yet at all. Now, I did do some driving with CarPlay going, so I did have it plugged into my car while I was driving. So whatever charge I'm going to get out of that, you can count that against this. But it's Monday after a Friday, pretty much like within hours of really 72 hours. I haven't charged the phone. How is this possible? If you don't know, or you're just here right now starting to find out about what's different about these iPhones, the iPhone 11 Pro Max has an additional 5 hours of battery capacity compared to the XS Pro Max. Yeah, XS Max. 5 hours, and that phone was already like a battery champion. It had the best battery life of any iPhone other than the XR. The XR was amazing. It has an LCD screen, not as much power being drawn off that battery, but the 11 Pro Max is way beyond anything that I've ever experienced with a smartphone in terms of battery. Anything. Literally, I'm at 20%, and I haven't charged the phone since I took it out of the box. And usually the phones are like between 70 and 80% charged at that time. So even if I did get some charge out of using the CarPlay, plugging it into my car, that's still 3 days on what might almost be a full charge. The battery life on this is absolutely unbelievable. And I haven't even used the 18-watt charger that came in the box to see how fast it's going to charge. I'll do that after I do this, and I'll talk about how fast it charges in my full review, which will be coming up soon. So if you want to see the full review, then hit the bell notification icon and subscribe to the channel and do all that kind of stuff. But yeah, battery life, absolutely without peer. I've used every smartphone that there is, pretty much. Every flagship smartphone that's come out in the last several years, I've used at least for some extended period of time. Never experienced battery life like this in my life. I can't overstate it enough. The battery on this thing is insane. You got it? Last thing I want to talk about is the thing that everybody talks about. Everybody talks about the camera. The camera quality. The camera quality is really excellent. And I really haven't put the camera through its paces yet because I haven't left the house for a couple of days except to get in the car and drive to a few places. I do want to go out and take some real photos and that kind of thing. I did, however, over the past few days, take some selfies, take some slow-fies, take some pictures with all of the different camera lenses and some 4K video. 4K video is happening, in fact, right now. Right now, what you're looking at this moment, what you've been seeing for most of the video, is the Sony a6400 recording at 4K, 24 frames per second with a Sigma 16mm lens on it. Now, this is like $2,000 worth of camera almost. Now, what you're seeing here is the iPhone 11 Pro. Also 4K 24 frames. Now, there are going to be some differences in how they look, like the color profile, the way that this is happening in the Sony is different, and I just have it on auto with the iPhone. So this is the Sony, this is the iPhone. Sony, iPhone. Tell me what you think down in the comments, because actually right now I'm filming with the back camera, so I can't see what it looks like compared to what this looks like. So let me know what you think down in the comments below about the camera quality compared to a $2,000 camera rig, and we'll just see where we are. We'll just see where we are. But I'm scrolling through some footage here, some stuff from my dogs playing in slow motion, pictures of flowers in my yard, all that kind of stuff. And the camera is amazing. The selfies on this camera. Last year's iPhone XS, the selfies always came out like the skin tone was always like a little peachy and unnatural. This year, I think these are the best selfies that I've ever seen in my life. The best selfies ever. Someone is, I think my guy is mowing the lawn. Those are the three things right now that I like the most about the iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max. Some negative things, and they're not really negative things. Yes, the A13 Bionic chip is faster, better, leaps tall buildings in a single bound, all that kind of stuff. But on day-to-day usage, you don't really notice it. It is as smooth and as quick as last year's iPhone. So if you think you're going to get a big speed boost in terms of using this over last year's phone, or even phones from a couple of years ago, that's not going to happen. iOS works incredibly well on these machines, and it is super optimized. At any rate, let me know what you think down in the comments about all the stuff that I've had to say here. Let me know what you think about the camera that I'm showing you, or the pictures that I've showed you. Let me know what you want to see me cover in my full review, which will be out later this week. And any questions that you have whatsoever about these new iPhones, the 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max, talk to me down in the comments. Let's have a boisterous discussion. Once again, if this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you come back again. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for the repeat patronage of the channel. It means a lot to me. It really does. But to sum up, once again, my name is Jason. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. Until the next time, I'm out.